Alright everybody, welcome to another daily Corey B MTG standard video. Today we are playing quite a wild standard deck. So normally I'd see a deck like this and I'd be like, alright, this is just a meme, this is a for fun deck. But I saw this on the standard last chance qualifiers for Magic Online for the mock showcase for anybody who plays those kind of events. AKA they are very try-hard events. You must go 5-0, then you get into a 32-person event, where if you win that, you go into a gigantic Magic Online Championship showcase, you know, always commentated by me, and usually Arya Karimchandani. But needless to say, it's great practice, and making it to those tournaments, I mean, you can get to the World Championship, you can win thousands and thousands of dollars. They're high-stakes events. So, this deck went 4-1. Didn't quite get the trophy, but it's doing a lot of really cool things, and I thought this would be a fun one to bring to the channel for y'all to check out. So, I mean, this deck's wild. So, it's Agatha Soul Cauldron trying to exile cards like Voldaren Thrill Seekers to just whip creatures at your opponent, while also kind of playing like a Hardened Scales deck, because you have Ozolith plus Innkeeper's Talent to constantly get your creatures bigger, as well as Chainsaw will constantly keep getting bigger. So if you can ever equip this and then fling it at your opponent, I mean, you can deal a ridiculous amount of damage here. Plus it still has all these 1-drops, so it's a nice aggressive deck. And then you have your Goldvine Hydra, which scales up and can just be another gigantic creature. And whenever it dies, you get a bunch of tapped treasures. So I don't know, y'all. I think this deck is either going to be absolutely busted, or I think it's going to be completely terrible. I also want to try out the Gruul Delirium deck, as I heard some people had some good results on the ladder qualifying for the Arena Championships this last weekend with Gruul Delirium. So I've been just curious about Gruul a little bit more. So I'm going to be looking for Gruul Delirium lists by the player who won the event, who I believe was Seth Manfield, the one and only. So if anyone has that deck list, feel free to ship it below. Otherwise, of course, I'll just hit up Seth. He's my boy. But anyways, getting back to this deck, before we get into the games, of course, if you are liking these daily standard videos, make sure to like this video as well as subscribe to the channel. It really helps the channel with the metrics. Tell your friends, tell your grandmothers, tell whoever you can about the videos. I really, really appreciate it. And of course, I really appreciate the sponsors of this channel. I wouldn't be able to do it without them. First up, KMC. If you are interested in trying out any of their Hyper Phoenix or Hyper Matte sleeves, they are the top of the industry. They're absolutely incredible sleeves, as well as the inner sleeves for anybody who likes to double sleeve their decks, as well as this luxury deck box right to my right here. It's really cool, high quality. The stitching is really nice. It feels like a Gucci bag, and the gems in the middle are interchangeable. So there's a URL below in the description for KMC, and then in the top left corner of your screen there, you can save yourself 15% off. And of course, we have another sponsor. It's Heavy Play. If you're interested in any of these products you see behind me, as well as their really cool brand new Phil Stone ETB playmats, you can use the URL on the screen as well as the promo code to save yourself 10% off. So big thank you to KMC and Heavy Play for sponsoring these videos. Let's battle. All right, let's do this. Okay, I'm going to try it. I don't know what any good hands look like with this deck. It's all looks like nonsense to me, but here we are up against Boros Burn. Who knows how this matchup's going to be. Having the red land as a pain land is not ideal, so I'm actually going to start with this and play my Hired Claw like this. And now being able to go Ozolith into one of these cards seems great. Well, they probably have a burn spell. If they have a shock or whatever, they're probably just going to shock the Hired Claw. Otherwise, they shock me. Monstrous Rage is the one card to play around, but it's a free attack for them anyways. I'm gonna block, actually, because it could also be a bluff. It probably is not. All right. I think that was the worst case scenario. And I think I still wanted to get that out. I don't know. Maybe that was wrong. All right, we're going to get the Ozolith going. And we're gonna say go. Now we're just getting beat the hell down. So I could do this for 2. And if I do this for 2, it would be for 3. And then if it dies, I get treasure tokens. Seems okay to me. Okay, we'll say go. I mean, I feel like I'm still just very dead here. Even if I Thrill Seeker, that would put 3 more tokens on. These treasures are tapped, right? Yeah. I mean, I'm just dead, right? 4 damage to me or double strike, yeah. Well, does this have trample? Yeah, it does, okay. Well, good game. I mean, not close. Not even remotely close. All right, that's a bad start. That's a bad start. All right, we're going to want some removal against them. Is that a Haywire Mite? Probably not what I needed for here, but removal spells seem good. Now, cards that I don't necessarily need feels like half my deck, if I'm being honest. All right, what does this card even do? Whenever it becomes the target. I mean, that's a good 1-drop. That is a good 1-drop. Yeah, Scampy can do some damage as well. I think I'm going to get rid of Hired Claw. And maybe Innkeeper's Talent in some numbers. Okay. Pretty much sideboarding at random, but I want to make sure to keep the combo intact. And then go from there. Maybe this is just a bad matchup as well. Who knows? Who knows when you're playing a meme? Alright. I'm going to keep. Proliferating is kind of sick, I must say. Alright, we'll start with the Heartfire Hero. We're probably just going to play double 1-drop next. Yep. I think I would rather save this for a Challenger. If they go Challenger, go. Well, now I wish I had one of those Innkeeper Talents. It would probably be the best draw. No blocks. Now I'm afraid. Okay. One upstairs. Now I'm more tempted to just kill this instead of doing this for only 2. Either way, this doesn't feel great at all. At all, y'all. I guess I'm just gonna attack and say go. Alright, this person's meme must have just became their dream. I'll take it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to fire that off. I shall attack. Now we'll try this. That should kill it straight away unless they have 3 removal spells or 3 burn spells, but then I can torch it at least. Okay, now we'll say go. Hopefully we get a usage out of this torch. And then, even if we top deck a land, we'll just play this as a 4/4 as our best questing beast impression and hope for the best. Okay. Nothing I can do about that. That I don't love. Well, I mean, I guess this is better than just playing this at the moment. Oh, come on, don't tap that land. Why would you tap that? Lame. Alright, we'll say go. I feel like we're just dead. Red decks are probably not what we wanted to play against. I mean, I think I'm just going to take it. Screaming Nemesis is a hell of a card. Okay. If any card's going to get it done, it's probably this, right? Target this. So now if I attack for 4, 5, 6, 7, then I can fling this. Wait, this is 15 damage? All right, we'll go for lethal. Now I say go. Because if they have Lightning Helix, I lose. Yeah, we'll just say go and see what they do on end step. Now I take 2. And now they're dead. I just had to wait for that. Okay. Alright. Thrill Seeker and that card is pretty unreal. Man, every time I talk trash about a deck, I just get woken up about, like, an amazing card interactions like that. That was sweet. That was really sweet. Any changes we want to make? I don't think so. Maybe Egg of the Soul Cauldron is just a card we should go down to 2 of, but whatever. Minor change. That was cool. That was really cool. This hand is not cool. I'm gonna mulligan. Okay, I can keep, I guess. This hand is really bad. I mean, I guess I have a decent start. I have a land that won't deal me damage. I think it's better than going to 5. But it's close. This is very close to I should mulligan. Okay. And that was actually a pretty good draw, I think. Now let's... I don't want to see a torch. Okay. At least a creature in the yard isn't so bad. Okay. A land, please. Okay, that'll do. That will do. Now I'd prefer to not see Screaming Nemesis. Okay, now I need a land. So I can chainsaw that and chainsaw my face. Alright, well, let's just die. How about that? Yeah, I guess we should have mulliganed. Oh, alright. So I don't even know if a chainsaw will do it here. Alright, let's play the next match. We'll pretend I didn't keep that heinous hand. I suppose we were supposed to go to 5, but if we drew 1 land, I felt like we could actually get the ball rolling. So I figured it was worth the risk, but I don't think it was in hindsight, so let's play another one. I'm gonna keep this. Lands and spells looks a lot better. This looks like a real functioning hand. Okay, up against Deir too. I want to play against this deck a lot. All the time. I think it's one of the best decks, if not the best deck right now. Just always putting up good results. Okay. Now I want to play something that is the best against counter spells. And I think that would just be Hired Claw right now. I don't want to run my Oculus into it. Okay. Alright, now we'll say go. Now we have the ability to Hired Claw plus a 2-drop. Depending on what they do. Yeah, I mean, chainsawing that is going to be huge. And then Oculus plus plus activate being quite nice. So, alright, let's start with the chainsawing. Wow, rev counters get doubled with this as well, I imagine. Maybe that's not true. +1/+1 counters, yeah. Doesn't specify rev counters. Alright, go Hired Claw. Next turn we'll have the option between Ozolith and Activate or Hired Claw plus equip a Chainsaw. Both pretty good. Ah! We're having fun. Well, I suppose we'll just play out our cards. Hope for the best. But I don't think we can do much to a Velgavoth here on turn 4. We're getting wrecked. Well, I could attack. It doesn't seem great. No attacks. I guess if we can find the Fling card, we can kind of start doing some damage. Okay, that only gave us 1 rev counter. Now they get a bunch of hired lizards. Yep. Alright. So far, I'm astonished how this deck does well. But also, I suppose we could be playing a little better, maybe? I don't really see any cards we really want to change. We just want to be as aggressive as possible before they do their thing. YOLO, run it back. Yikes. What a beating so far. Alright, this is a perfectly aggressive hand. I'm pretty fine with it. Hired Claw into talent seems good. But we've been getting just absolutely wrecked, so I'm not going to hold my breath here. So it can just be a cut down here, but... Okay, take 3. Now next turn we can at least go Hired Claw plus put a counter on. And a counter from this, so... Kind of pop off. Mini pop off. Alright, just kidding. Alright, well, let's do the things. We are good at drawing Hired Claws, I must say. Alright, now next turn we can level up. We can level up and get 2 counters. Hope they don't have some kind of sweeper. I think the only sweeper they have is -2. Yeah, I was like, figured that would protect us. So, let's be mana efficient here. It's either that or play this, put a counter on this. YOLO it, I think. It's actually close. Yeah, we're gonna go big. So we'll get 2 counters, take 5. Now all they gotta do is just go for the throat, pay 1 to be able to kill it. Ooh. That's not those things. So we can make this 6, 7. We can make this up to 8 damage next turn. So this isn't a lethal attacker, which is unfortunate. So since it's not a lethal attacker, I think I want to go like this. I don't want to play the land yet to give it away. Put a bunch of counters here and attack. Yeah, okay. I mean, that does get big real quick. Okay, 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 okay. I mean, I can never beat a Vel'Gavoth once it's resolved, so I still don't think I want to change anything. We don't have any graveyard hate, but I guess our Agatha's Soul Cauldron is our graveyard hate. That's why you don't need it. Okay, so that should be one of my important cards, I think. That makes sense. We're learning. We're learning, chat. Okay. Game 3. It's a big game. We don't want to get O2'd. Alright, well, in Hired Claw we trust, plus we have the Cauldron. I'm here for it. Yeah, I think we'll still go this. This into this for 2, into this with Offspring. Seems great. Okay, well, it might be perfect to just Soul Cauldron this now and start putting counters on. Let's get this creature out of there. And be on our way. Just want to control their graveyard now. So their Vel'Gavoth stuff should be non-possible. Now, depending on if they put a creature to the yard, now we can be patient with this. Alright, this is kind of sweet. I don't think there's any creatures to eat anyways. So, yeah, let's go with this little critter. Yeah. Then we'll say go. Now at least we punish their spot removal. Our chainsaws don't look very good, but... Okay. That is pretty good. Oh, I guess we can just double chainsaw it. Our chainsaws don't look so good as we just dominate with said chainsaw. We'll get that out of there. Okay. Yeah, double chainsaw seems like the play. And then we could just destroy or exile it right away. I don't see why not. I don't think there's a 1-mana way for them to get a creature in the yard. So, yeah, let's do that. Now, let's keep bumping up the Hired Claw. Alright. Now it's kind of hard to picture a world where we lose. Every time I start talking trash about a deck, then it starts doing awesome. Now, there's not a 3-mana Zombify I was missing, right? Okay. Here. And here. Yeah. This card is annoying to play against. I don't know if you ever played against it in Bloomborough Limited. It's not fun. So, all right, let's win our last match and at least salvage a 2-1 with Gruul Fling. Okay, 2-card Plusion Forest, which is kind of awkward if we're up against an aggressive deck, but otherwise I think this is a fine keep. Hero into Talent is pretty good. That was a big deal. So what we're going to go for, they can of course have Cut Down. They did not, luckily. And then we get to start kind of popping off. Yeah, it's the play we're going to do. Golgari, so they can have plenty of removal, but... Okay. So next turn, getting the Recruit down is probably better than doing some Thrill Seeking this early. But we shall see. Scavenging Ooze is probably going to be pretty good against us. Well, we'll be chainsawing now. And we are just going to play this. Start getting our value going. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Okay. Well, now we kind of only have one play if we want to keep getting aggressive, and that is to do this. And pump it. And attack. Okay, take 6. Okay, now if they kill the recruiter, at least we put a counter on something else. Yep. Plus the chainsaw gets a little bigger. Now they gotta be wary of how much they attack. Especially if I got a land, which I did not. Okay, I'm gonna start with this. Kind of forces their hand. Okay, and I'm gonna play this. Now, we can only take one more hit from the Archfiend, but I don't think they have 2 removal spells. And if they animate the cottage, we can just block. If not, we try to go for the win. Yup. Okay, so take 2. Okay. So we have to try to win. I think we might have needed a land. Costs 3 to equip. Feel like we're dead. All right, let's go here. Now, if I sack that, I just die. I can pump this. Yeah, the fact that I just die here, I think means there's no out. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's not even lethal if I couldn't. So, yep. GG. Okay. Golgari should be a deck that destroys us, I would think. Well, our sideboard doesn't seem great. Nothing to deal with Shieldred or I guess dealing with their flyers, dealing with their demons seems huge. Outside of that, if they land a Shieldred, they just have a Shieldred. Chainsaw seems okay against Glissa, but otherwise it seems quite bad. I get the Soul Cauldron. I'm going to trim an Innkeepers and try to go from there. Doesn't seem ideal here. This might not be a deck that I'm putting at the top shelf of my trophy mantle. But it's cool. Alright, I want to do the Fling thing once. So this is a 1-lander. No, I don't think I can keep that. Okay, this, on the other hand, we probably can. Probably just going to get rid of the Mirex. Mirex seems like a land that's not great in this deck anyways. Alright, let's do our best. Okay, that's a perfectly fine draw if we can get land 3. As Thrillseeker... I mean, Thrillseeker is a powerful card. Thrillseeker on the hero here would be excellent. How about instead we play this? Okay. Take 2. Crap. Can't beat it. Alright, I guess we can go like this. Okay, your go. I mean, I think blocking this is pretty reasonable. I get a bunch of treasures. Maybe not. Whatever. Yeah, you can have your 1/1. Yep. It's a solid draw. All right, destroy this. Alright, take that, we'll say go, and like, they're dead next turn almost assuredly, because we can fling this. Sure, take 2. Oh. Alright. They still might be dead, but we'll see. Okay. Chainsaw. So now if we attack, they can block this. Go to 9. Yeah, nowhere near lethal, but still gonna attack. Could make it 6 right now, but yeah, it's still no point. Play the Hired Claw. And now if we can top deck a land, I would imagine they're dead. As the Thrill Seeker on this, take 6, fling 6. No blocks. Lisa. Okay. Gotta be a way for lethal here. Getting through Glissa is annoying. As First Strike Death Touch is a hell of a combination. Definitely gonna play this. Now I could do it on this. Could Thrill Seeker my own Thrill Seeker and just throw it at Glissa. So close to killing them. I guess I could just beef it up here. Alright, this is just 6, 7, 8, 9 damage. So I can just say go. No, I have to fling this. If I have to fling it, I mean, yeah, that's the only thing I want to attack with. Six upstairs. And now we'll have all the mana in the world next turn. Yeah, and then we can just start doing some absurd chainsaw stuff. Like pay 3, equip here, sack, deal 5. It goes up. Equip here, deal a ton. Just block like this. Remove 3 from the chainsaw is pretty cool. Yeah, that should be GG. So, 1, 2, 3. Upstairs. Equip here. Okay. Alright, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Sent him to the chainsaw. Alright, Obliterating Bolt actually seems decent. I mean, the chainsaw was just good there. So maybe we'll cut one of these. Obliterating Bolt for Preacher, is that even that good? Preacher just isn't that scary. I'm gonna let that one slide. And we'll try this out. Alright, last game of this video, y'all. Let's get it done. Okay, I'll keep. Perfectly reasonable hand. We're gonna be going off with this Hydra. Yeah, I mean, I think I do this. It's either that or attack for this and pump. Alright. Sad. Glad we did this. It's a better play with them having go for the throat. Alright, let's do some thrill seeking. Alright, less than ideal. Now just don't like slam a shield dread, please. Oofta. Only one piece of food at least. It's good enough though. Alright, we'll make it 3-3. I don't mind attacking into that. Yeah, sure. It scales pretty well. Here we go. Another anoint is very annoying. Okay. Well, let's just attack for one. Let's go like this, plus thrill it up. Tilt. Well, our thrill seeking has not went well so far. Scavenging is being quite the pain. Well, looks like if we don't get a patchwork, I guess we're just dead. Well, let's make this a 4/4. And now, well, I don't really know what we can possibly draw, but we're gonna say go. No creatures in the yard, but here comes that. 14 damage. There might be some draws that get us out of this, though. Like, if I go block here, take 10. Top deck Voldarian Epicure or Thrill Seeker. Put this up to 6. Take 7. 13, 14, 15. It's 15 damage, but they have a food. If I top deck my best card. Yeah, so I don't think we can win. The Ozolith. Guess we can cycle. Alright, good game, and that'll do it with red-green Fling. The deck definitely has some high-end power, but not necessarily the Gruul deck that I'm super excited about. I think I'm more interested in Gruul Delirium. I might be trying that one out a little bit later, but that's going to do it for this video. And we are getting close, depending where I put this video, this might be the stopping point where I now have to hardcore test for Arena Championship 7. So I'm only going to be playing the decks that I'm considering. Believe it or not, spoiler, I'm not going to be playing Gruul Fling at Arena Championship 7. So that doesn't mean I'm done with the YouTube channel. It means I'll stop releasing them until deck lists are due. So once again, not 100% sure. So you'll know if I don't have a video tomorrow after this that I'll be on my break. So basically a week off, and then I'll still be recording content, but I'll be stocking them up to release, like I said, once deck lists are due. And it might be a little bit more repetitive as well. I'm hardcore testing for a tournament I very much want to win. It's like 20K for first. Invite to the World Championship, which I think I would take off from commentating if I could play at Worlds one last time. It's been a while. Could qualify for the Pro Tour as well, but I would still probably commentate Chicago instead of play it, but we will see. But anyways, that's kind of tidying house a little bit of what you might be seeing. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. And we'll either see you tomorrow or it'll be when deck lists are due for the Arena Champs, which they are due on the 9th, I want to say. Yeah, they're due on Monday the 9th. So I would assume videos would start back up on the 10th if I do take a small hiatus. And then I'll have a bunch ready for you starting back up. So just in case this is the last one for a week or so, I'll miss you. If not, we'll see you tomorrow. Okay, peace.